Hello. It's a flying rocking horse. Welcome to anyone watching this on rewatch, because there's nobody there now. And if you are watching on rewatch, what I'm doing is I am slowly pulling out all the screws that I put in, like there's a screw here, and I'm replacing them with dowels, because those will be a lot stronger once they're glued. And I also, these little footrests, I glued in, so now I'm just sanding them down. So that when I glue the leg in permanently, I should be done sanding for the most part. Hey, Christine. You sent me an email. I will have to check it later. It's been a bit of a day. Hey, Josie. How did I do? How did you do with me today? You did great. You had prepared questions. They were relevant. I feel like I answered them. Yeah, it went well. A little short. I didn't get to say everything I wanted to say. But no, it was good. It was a good interview, Christine. Thinking I want to put dowels in the legs first. You know, I think I have to assemble both legs. Well, no, I don't have to assemble both legs. I can pop this in and then dowel this from the bottom. But I can't attach the legs to this board ahead of time. So I need to take this board out. We can do another one down the road. All right, sounds good. I was just teasing you about it not being long enough. It was fine. It was a perfect amount of time actually. So it was good. It was about a half hour. No one wants to hear me talk for more than that. I'm gonna need a different battery. Hey, Murphs. Murph has been awesome, by the way. Props to Murph for throwing me leads during the stream and for me being wise enough to find them and follow them. And since it's just the three of us and no one's ever gonna watch this, Murphs, you did a lot of good work on the Hales. And I know I promised everyone a stream about the Hales, particularly the charges against Jeremy, what they mean, the charges against Lynette, what they mean. And you did a ton of research and put that spreadsheet together. And because you did all that work, I'm going to do it. I care so little about them that it hasn't been motivating enough, but I will do it, definitely. Hey, this way up. Welcome. Finally paying. You know, after a certain stream, I done learned me the importance of listening to Discord during a stream. And I had all my windows up. To be fair, in my argument, it was a Lego stream, which is done on my laptop with one computer monitor, as opposed to today where I had two monitors and they're a lot bigger, so I can do a bunch of screens and make them smaller. If there's no horse milking. Well, I don't know how much milk we're getting out of this horse. All right. So, I think I want to put a couple more dowels in place on the other side, reclamp this, and then reposition the legs with screws so then I can drill the dowel holes while it's in place. I think what I'm gonna do. Oh, why is this split? Why is there a crack in this? Oh no, and it's glued on. Uh-oh. All right, so there's a crack in the end. You kind of see it, there's a crack here. It's sort of splitting. And I've already glued it in, I didn't notice it ahead of time. So what I'm gonna have to do is peel this back and inject some glue in here and then squeeze this down. But I can sand that later and it can be in place. So I'm gonna ignore that for a minute and so I can keep working on this and not have a bunch of clamps on it. I'm gonna make it right. Look, I put a little reins on it, so even if its little hands are too small to grab the handles, I've got little reins. I'm going to pull this if I can. Gotta go cut a few more of these so you'll hear some noise. Well, actually, yeah, babies do bounce really good. Hang on a second. All right, so I'm gonna cut 2 more of these. That's the saw off screen you guys hear. Sanded. in. So what do you guys think of Ricada? I forgot about what the Hales people. I didn't. No, I still get constant messages from people with new updates and new information. I haven't been watching any of it. I haven't been following any of it. But when Murph was shooting me all that good content today, I was thinking, oh, she did a really good breakdown on the Hales. And I don't want her work to go to waste, so I'll do a stream about it. I was kind of thinking some of them might show up in Dollywood, but they didn't. Or if they did, they were too cowardice to identify themselves. He is a mess, and it's bad for his kids. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You go down that road. You can go a little bit of down that road and recover, you know, without a giant disaster. But at a certain point, you sort of run out of options. Those down there. So this is going to be the iffy one because I can't go that deep with these. Just enough to hold that in place. Okay, some more screws. I'll be right back. Yeah, I mean, so there's a lot of things Nick does that I like. There's a lot of things Nick does that are entertaining, but are probably the wrong thing to do. And I would never do them. And the way he handled the civil case, first of all, the reason he got into the civil case in the first place, and then the way he handled it going forward. No, that's locked in. I want to pull the screws out and then drill the holes for the dowels as I do it. But I want to make sure it doesn't move. So, I need a clamp. I need a few clamps. Where are my... Oh, see, I have so many clamps and I don't know where I put them. If I were a clamp, where would I be? Oh, there I am. I mean, tough love, yeah, but he has to be receptive to it at the end of the day as well. I mean, you can offer all the tough love that you can possibly muster, and if the person isn't receptive to it, then so be it. So you need to encourage them. And what better way to encourage Nick than giving him criminal charges that will haunt him for the rest of his life if he doesn't play his cards right. Is that enough? That's not enough. Go there. I was listening to Law Talk with Mike a little bit, and he thinks the fact that Rekieta chose to represent himself at this arraignment is an indication that he's still in sort of la-la land and not really accepting reality. Well, I think there might be something true to that. I think he also knows that this is a simple arraignment. He either needs to like waive and set dates and establish a bond and be done with it. So it's fairly easy for him not to, you know, I don't need a public defender. I just need to tell you that I want to waive the dates and set a bond to be done. And then it also gives him an avenue, a fairly clever avenue, to talk to his wife if he's representing her too. All right, now I guess I need to know how deep this is. I put everything away yesterday. I forgot to get it all out. All right, so I need something, cut it 3 inches. He still thinks he's invincible. Well, I did represent myself in my divorce case, but I said to myself, if I feel like I am not able to objectively step back from this case, or if it probably went to trial, then I would hire somebody. But I saw the value in representing myself and the ability to effectively do it. However, this is not a divorce case for Nick. This is much bigger than a divorce case. Yeah, and he might just do it for, I doubt he's going to represent himself for the remainder of this case. That would be, I could see this a little bit. I need to open the door in here. It's hot, even though it's not that cold outside. At least the air will get moving. Go in another half-inch. Where? Oh, here it is. Cool. All right. Got some pegging going on. The good kind of pegging. Now I need to get underneath. Hold on. Clear all this out of the way and dust off everything. Flip it upside down. Now I need this to stand up right. Should have thought this through a little bit more. Find another block. That'll work. Yay. Stay nice and solid. Hey, Wendy H. Welcome, welcome. Figure out where I want to put you guys. You can see what I'm doing. I don't know if there's a good spot. I have to, that doesn't work. I have to drill down on these holes and run dowels down in there. And I'm thinking the dowel that I have, that I've been using, might be too big. So I have another one. Put us in a good spot. Let's see here. See, nothing I have is tall enough, so I can like get down on top of it. I don't know. We'll try that. We'll see how that works. So I have a smaller dowel, which I believe is 3/8, but I'm going to measure it to make sure. Yes, 3/8 dowel. So now I need a 3/8 drill bit. Perfect. Oh, so now I got to figure out how deep to go. And that's 1.5 inches plus 3/4 inch. That's the location. All right. 2.25. Well, if it goes through, I'll just shove the dowel all the way through and cut it off and sand it off. No one will be the wiser. I hate when I clean up after a job and I put everything away and the job's not done, I should say. Let's see, 2.25 inches. Right. And I didn't break through. That is good. Ignore that one. All right, 2 1/4 was good. That'll give me at least 3/4 of an inch into the leg. So I'm gonna mark 2 1/4. Cut it a little long. I feel like if I keep doing this, I should probably set up multiple cameras so you guys can see everything that I'm doing without having to move the phone around. Now I can't see what anyone is saying. It seems a little loose. Good idea, multiple cameras. Oh, Crumbly Cam. I do have that. Actually, I was in my treehouse this morning thinking about getting all my operations up there, and I saw the Crumbly Cams. And it would actually be fairly easy to set that up out here. And then I just plug in my laptop, and I have all the cameras. That's not a bad idea. I have to come up with a cover because it gets kind of dusty in here. Ooh, that wasn't good. That bit too hard. All right, let's try that again. There we go. This is why I lock the pins in. Or I like to lock the pieces in place, either with screws or dowels or something. Sometimes it jumps. All right, take 3. Not going in. Something's up with this leg. Did I hit something weird in here? Nothing I see. That was weird. It's like a hard spot in the wood or something. Did I only cut one of those? No. I don't know where I put the other one. All right, so they're no longer in jail. Oh, Wendy, I'm glad you enjoyed my interview. I am a good interviewer, or interviewee. They won't go directly into rehab. They'll go directly into testing. They'll go directly to a testing facility, most likely, and set all that up. They'll be going home, but they won't have to have, or they won't be, I'm speaking out of turn, but generally they won't be allowed to have contact with the kids. So who else knew about all this third lady living in their home situation? Yeah, I don't know what Rumble is going to do. I mean, Rumble is a private entity. Wait, why is this so short? This one went very deep. Something's up with this one. Rumble is a private entity and can pull the contract, I would assume, fairly easily. That's kind of the shittiest thing. That if Rumble doesn't want, or it could add to a street cred, I guess. I don't know. But if Rumble doesn't want him involved with their platform, I don't think they can kick him off the platform, but they can pull his contract. All right, so all of that is together, or do I dare glue and pin these, or do I need to wait until I get the other holes drilled? I have a feeling this is not going to stay together if I start flipping it around with just these loose pins. I prefer not to glue them together yet, but I think I'm going to have to. I don't see a reason why not to. Yeah, I'm not seeing a reason why not to. All right. So this is the hardest part. This is the glue operation. This is order of operations for gluing. What do I want to do? Well, now let's think about this. If I glue and pin this together, then I'm going to have a hard time gluing and pinning the other side together because presumably this will be fixed in place. That right there is not. However, also, got to think this out, because once you start gluing and clamping stuff, there's really not a lot of options to come back from it. So now my camera's gonna fall. I'm gonna put you guys back over here. All right, so now, why does everything have to be falling down? All right. I could use small wedges to secure them, but then I'm concerned that I wouldn't be able to get the wedges out as easily as you might like think. So I'm either just gonna pin and glue, or I'm gonna kind of leave it fast and loose while I do the other side. I mean, I could put clamps on this. That's not a problem. Kind of want to put clamps on this. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but I think it's better than the alternative. Let's find some blocks. I'm gonna make some small blocks. Right. Some blocks here. It doesn't need to be super tight, just enough to put that in place. Now these guys. We're kind of upside down. All right, I think all of this, just gonna hold all this together for now. This would probably be how I would glue it up anyways. So that doesn't fall off. Isn't this the cutest little saddle ever? Before I pull these out, I'm going to do this. I should take a measurement. Same depth. Cool. feel like these holes are too big, but it'll be alright. Little glue will fill the cracks. It's not like you're not seeing these anyways. Cut. Probably gonna I'll pull all these off. I gotta sand this board before I go any further. Wendy loves wood. There were so many people that wanted on the stream. There were so many people that stole my stream. Looking at you, Law Talk with Mike. But it was good in the end. I don't remember which way this one went. Okay, that's what I thought. This way's up. Yeah, he did. He gave me a shot. I was just teasing him. But there was Elise Clips. She didn't mention me, but she gave the full stream. So like my face is there. And then there was another one though that just cut out my port or just Ricada in the courtroom. And I'm like, I know that's my feed because I specifically placed the rest of the court there. So I commented that she was welcome, or you are welcome is what my comment was. I'm using a power sander and the work is pretty much finished, I don't like to put it on the table and sand because then it just vibrates and it messes up the other side. So I hold it on my leg, which presumably is softer. I had a bunch of pencil marks I wanted to get off. Now this goes like so. Nose up, nose up. Beautiful. All right. So now I can screw this back together, put a clamp on it. And these are the best clamps, by the way. They don't hold a ton of pressure because this is the only leverage you have to tighten them down. But they got little rubber thingies and they're extremely easy to put on one-handed. No mask, no goggles? No, because then I can't inhale the sawdust. And that's my drug. I always said I don't do this enough to really worry about the health consequences of it, but I've been doing it more and more. And so now I might not have that excuse going forward. Especially when I'm working with the resin and the fiberglass. I'm like, yeah, if I do it once every couple of years, no big deal. But I've been doing it more and more. I'm just cleaning off my little pad. TWU, what is that? Yes, please call the cops. There's dust midstream. See, it's really easy to put that up. Don't have a lot of holding power, but just enough. Back to 1/2 inch dowels. Oh, I guess I can't really push this open. Well, no, because once it goes in, it's in. So I'll need to measure. About yay far. I went about yay far in. Yes, Lego tomorrow night, Wendy. Should have talked about that more on the during the stream today. I swear, I have the laziest garbage men here. I don't know if they've come today at all. They're probably taking Friday off for the Monday holiday, and then they won't pick up my garbage until Thursday. Okay, two more to do, and then it's just a matter of gluing it. I'm pretty sure. I think so. Two more blocks. One more clamp and two more blocks. Yeah, I can put it here. Just make sure it's not covering the screw holes. Oh, I'm gonna cut this one first. Oh, for anyone who's still watching, how's the Karen Reed trial going? I watched a hot minute of it, but that was it. Anything interesting? Sal's an angel now? Salvador, how are you? Saint Peens, yes, Saint Peens. That sounds about right. Karen Reed case was good. Oh, it's 5:30 already. Jeez, I didn't even realize how late it was. It's tough when you stream half the day away. First I was on with Meme, and then I was on with Christine, and then I had my own stream, if you guys missed it. I was supposed to be on Laid Back Law, but they ended up just stream sniping me instead. that tight. If it's that tight, then there's no glue in between the wood and the pin, and that doesn't help anyone. Right, Salvador? If it's too big, it doesn't help. It can make things worse. All right, I have all the pins cut. I'm ready to go. Cool. Well, I'm actually gonna go get something to eat since I haven't eaten at all. And now I have all the pins cut. I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna come back and glue everything up in like one little pass. So that's what I'm gonna do. Well, in the stream here, Sal would know, he would definitely know. And the ATF guy who hit on Karen. Wait, I don't know the ATF guy. That's not Proctor. You're not talking about Proctor, right? I'll go back and look. All right, guys, you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Tomorrow at noon Eastern, we have Jody, and then we have a Lego stream at 9. We got some videos and pictures for you, so guys don't miss